And we have our own George Adojune. We're talking sports. The UEFA Champions League, we're going to have the final in the Ukraine. The main city is Kiev. It's the capital. It's alive now. We have more of the Liverpoolians trooping into the city. They're buying more paraphernalia of the franchise itself, UEFA Champions League, Europa, etc., as well as UEFA. And also, they are taking their character, their lifestyle into the city. Liverpool, you know their fans are very rowdy. Lots of beer, lots of hard liquor, but great celebration and exciting times. We all are looking forward to tomorrow evening in that city. But it's because Liverpool, they'll be playing against the defending champions of the UEFA Champions League, Real Madrid. They have great experience on their side. If they win this tomorrow evening, it will be their 13th cup as far as the UEFA Champions League is concerned. They've won a number of cups also along the way, but they have great experience on their side. They're led by the legend himself, Zinedine Zidane, and they have another legend in real time in the squad, in Cristiano Ronaldo. But we have our own George Addo Jr. We sent him to Europe, right from England through to the city of Kiev in Ukraine, and he's around. He's driving. Oh, no, not driving. He's in his hotel room. Good morning to you. We're streaming him on Skype. Good morning to you, George Addo Jr. Good morning, George. Well, he's talking. We just can't get the sound. I think that... Well, so let's come to the studio. Abigail has dropped from her high stables in the other studio and is here. Good morning to you.
Good morning, Yolan.
Yeah. So Maps will begin the questioning. Maps, you know, Maps has dressed like they are real African.
The real African.
Have you seen South Africans dressed like this before?
In movies, but I'm getting a real time. Yeah, I'm getting a live
Go on to YouTube. Even the last wife that Jacob Zuma married was dressed like this.
Hey,
I mean,
she's looking good.
Heavy than,
Please, Roland. Okay,
Roland.
let me take you to the end of it all. What are your predictions?
For me, I think that is going to be a big one. I'm going to see an influx of goals because Liverpool clearly have showed that on any day they can score more than 3 goals with that attack that they have. And Cristiano Ronaldo on any day can win, that can just turn everything around for Real Madrid. I'm seeing a 4-3 win for whoever we're going to take this.
4-3.
4-3.
Yeah. Final of the UEFA Champions League.
Yes.
I think the highest scoring match we've seen over the last 3 years was that 3-1 against Atletico Madrid that Real Madrid had.
Last year.
No, just the last year. Okay.
Real Madrid did another 4 against Juventus.
Okay.
So.
I need to keep my numbers up. That's why George is in the city of Kiev. We've given him a well-furnished hotel. So he's he's there streaming into the studio this morning. George, good morning to you.
Privé. That's what we say here, and of course in the Ukrainian language. But good morning to you, Roland Walker. How are you doing?
Chal, I'm good. Chal, multimedia will treat you too well. You look plush, and you're a Chelsea fan, right? I think.
Yeah, I'm a Chelsea fan. I am a Chelsea fan.
But how has the atmosphere been so far since you entered the great city of Kiev? Has rich history behind it as far as we're concerned.
Everything has been great. I have to say that the city is very ready for the UEFA Champions League final. That's for sure. Initially, we had talked about issues of huge rent issues like high accommodation prices, and of course, we also spoke about the ticketing issue, the challenge. I hope that the ticketing issue is getting resolved. At least the last time I checked this morning, tickets are going for about €400. That's sounding a bit normal. But aside that, everything is fine. And I'm sure later you see the report of the Champions League Festival. Fantastic stuff yesterday. The streets of Kiev were full with foreigners, visitors, and there was pampasserie everywhere. Everyone is ready for this. And even what made it more exciting was the fact that the 2 teams arrived just around the time guys were out there on the streets. Real Madrid were the last to arrive. Liverpool did arrive. So we are all set for an important, UEFA Champions League game, because the Liverpool fans talk about the great history. They've won this 5 times and they want to win it a 6th time. Real Madrid say they've won this 12 times. They don't say they have won it 12 times. They want to win it a 13th time. But look, in all the finals they have been to, they have won. The only one they lost was Liverpool. They lost towards Liverpool. And that's why the Liverpool fans believe that this is the way it's going to happen. They are going on with the history and what happened in 81 when they beat Madrid. And I'm told that the only thing that is left to happen to make sure everything is complete is that a pope must die. I don't think a pope might die. So the Madrid fans say that it's a pope dying or Madrid is losing the final. Which one is happening? But so far, everything is on point and it's great.
Oh, I told you, even though the room prices are expensive, you have a good suit. Is there a bar behind you? I can see some bottles. What have you been drinking?
Water, a lot of water. You need a lot of water in these conditions, great water, to be able to go through or there, keep your head. It's water. And I think there's some apple juice somewhere in the back.
So you're living good, man. Multimedia is sweet. Charlie, but let's look at the permutations, or let's look at the team. On paper, Real Madrid would always have the bookmakers always saying that if you want to bet on Real Madrid. They on the odds, they're always going to get the high marks, right?
Yes, they are. And why not? Remember that this Real Madrid team largely has been to the finals 3 times. I mean, you put it together, they've been to the final 3 times. This will be a 4th final. In 2014, loads of these members were there when they won with Carlo Ancelotti. In 2016 and 2017, this team has gone to the final and has won it. So they feel very, very comfortable with the big stages. The difference between Liverpool and Real Madrid is definitely the experience. So it's a question of how Liverpool will level up matters on the pitch, really. Madrid will feel very, very, very comfortable. And like we've seen in all the other Champions League finals, they come in so relaxed. They were in their navy blue suits last night with white shirts and lovely ties to match, and they look so relaxed. It's Liverpool that rather look like the more tense team. These are new boys, Trent Alexander-Arnold, Robertson, James Milner. They haven't seen the stage before. Mohamed Salah, Sadio Mane, they haven't seen the stage before. So the difference is experience, and that's why the bookmakers will tell you Real Madrid know what to do. Another thing about this Real Madrid team, Roland, if you realize the whole of the Champions League, is that they haven't played particularly well. They have played smart. And so immediately you are naive at any point in the game, they take advantage of you. And that's why they're a dangerous side. A team that has got Ronaldo. And I was having an argument with a Real Madrid fan last night, and I was trying to push the Liverpool agenda. He says, George, think about it. Hamels couldn't stop us. All the defenders of Bayern Munich couldn't stop us. How do you expect Lovren and Van Dijk to stop Ronaldo? I just had to laugh and come back to sleep. It's going to be a tight game. Real Madrid are definitely favorites, no matter what superstition says or what the Bible is saying or what any God is saying.
But as far as we're concerned, if you take a look at the players individually, who are really going to be the marksmen for the two teams? And then side by side based on the season's own performance and who is on top form or is not, who can come to the table?
I think in this one, for Real Madrid, they'll be expecting Ronaldo to come to the table. If Ronaldo doesn't come to the table, they've got lots of players. The likes of Gareth Bale can come in and do the job. And even more importantly, the Asensios and Lucas Vazquez offer Zidane the great opportunity. Look, in the game against Bayern Munich, they had Lucas Vazquez playing as a fullback. That is an unusual or unnatural position for him. But he managed to save things out. When they didn't have a great defender like Sergio Ramos, they played Vieira, who was able to stick in and win a game against Juventus, even though it was very tight in the end. So for Real Madrid, they've got their top marksman. I think Marcelo is going to be a crazy guy. I mean, Cristiano Ronaldo is also going to be another one that you have to look out for. Every member of that team, look at set pieces, corner kicks. Sergio Ramos can come in and cause a lot of damage. Varane can cause damage. So the Real Madrid team is full of a lot of damage cause, as you say. When you come to Liverpool, they have got in them the attacking threat of Sadio Mane, Firmino, and Mohamed Salah. I am sure Mohamed Salah will be clipped a lot in the game, so most of the chances will fall to Sadio Mane. And when they fall to him, he must try to score the goals. One thing about this Liverpool team is when they start to score, they're able to score 3 or 2 in a matter of 10 minutes or 15 minutes. If they do that, Madrid, they will definitely startle them, and then the champions will need to fight back. I think Liverpool have a chance because of the attacking threat that they've got. In the middle, they've also got James Milner, who is, there's no, Oxlade-Chamberlain, but James Milner offers a different dimension. And like we said, they lost Coutinho to Barcelona, But I think the introduction of James Milner has added a lot of grit to their midfield.
Yeah.
So they have a little bit, of cover there. As for their defense, they have to still pray to God that Real Madrid don't rip them off, because it's a very inexperienced defense line.
Yeah.
Apart from Virgil van Dijk, Lovren, Trent Alexander-Arnold and Robertson, that's a very, very, inexperienced line. But Liverpool will have it in them, the attack with the three guys. They need to score goals and put Madrid under pressure. But it's still a very difficult one to see how Liverpool will try and manage this.
We're working with a lot of technology. You there in Kiev, and also us having your back here in the studio in Accra. Just stay on. We'll get back to you, because it's just a round-robin conversation we're having. We've been joined by Nana Kwame Asamoah.
Yeah.
Okay. And now, if you look at what George has been saying, the thing is, Real Madrid have history on their side.
Yeah.
They have great experience also on their side. How does that come to play, despite the fierce form of Liverpool this season?
Liverpool's defense is very inexperienced, and I think Ronaldo and Benzema might capitulate on that. They might cause problems for them, and they'll be making mistakes.
Okay.
Van Dijk, Trent Alexander-Arnold, not very reliable. Ronaldo might capitulate on that, and will cause a lot of goals. Yeah.
Okay. But at the end of the day, we know that experience also comes with having played over a number of seasons.
Yeah.
But how does form in a particular season override an experienced team over a period?
It's a Champions League final. Form doesn't really play a big part.
Okay.
In Liverpool, Real Madrid, it's going to be a race of who score more goals. And that's where Ronaldo excels. So I think Salah is going to have to prove his worth. This is where he's going to show, he has to show everybody that he's a star. And he has to outscore Ronaldo.
Well, the rumor has been that he's been the one carrying the team. But if you study the analysis of George and those who write and you review the literature, we're told that he's being fed by Firmino and all those people. Is that the right state of affairs at Liverpool? That Salah really is working hard, but is not doing the work alone.
This has been some of the reasons when we want to single out some players. I've always said that maybe in a group we might work very well, but if you think that I'm always the one coming out to maybe do the talking and everything, and so you want to take me out, then you must see my flaws. Yes, I agree when you say that Mo Salah is being fed by Sadio Mane and Firmino. That's my analysis has always been that these three have worked together, and I've always made sure that the minute Mo Salah is able to score, Firmino would want to score, and Sadio Mane want to score, because they understand themselves so well that when one person moves, the two just know how to position themselves. And so there are games that Mo Salah has been brought out onto the bench, and you realize that the two might find it difficult because they are cutting in the supplies, but nobody up on the field again understands what Mo Salah will do. And so clearly the three have worked better, and has always worked for them. Yes, they are feeding him, and they've done it so well, especially in Champions League. I agree when you say that they've had a bad defense, and that has come to play in the EPL. But anytime Liverpool comes out and they realize it's time for Champions League, I feel they show something very different. They want to hide all their flaws, come out and always make a tick for them in Champions League games. And so I don't want to really buy into that idea of their bad defense. They're having a fairy tale season, I will call it, especially in Champions League. And so it's a difficult one for Real Madrid to capitalize on their experience. Yes, they've been there. Sometimes you don't have to always be there. If it's your day, you take it and you just make good use of it. They can always be there, but that one mistake can cost them.
Yeah, that's the African analysis of luck. That's luck.
Yeah,
luck and grace. Grace, is it not grace, Abigail? Grace. But George, if we have to bring in the coaches, how influential would that be? Because Zinedine Zidane, I'm not a great fan of Zinedine Zidane as a coach, as a footballer, great player he was. But Jurgen Klopp has great experience. He may not be a winner of the UEFA Champions League, but has time and time again shown that even with average teams that he takes to the league, he's always able to perform well.
You know, Roland, just before I answer that question, I want to have a quick bite on that Firmino bit that you said. You know what? Firmino is an unsung hero in that Liverpool team for me. He combines a number of things that Sadio Mane and Mohamed Salah don't combine. And if he's not playing at the top level, there's a slight problem. Mohamed Salah is brilliant when he gets the ball. His close control is excellent. He can dribble, and you don't know what to expect from Mohamed Salah. Sadio Mane has the pace, and he does a lot. But Firmino has the pace. Firmino holds off the ball. Firmino doesn't play or doesn't give 40 passes, which is very critical in the attacking third. Look, Jurgen Klopp will tell you that his most prized player, deep in the heart, should be Firmino. Firmino is a very talented player. Remember, he's a Brazilian. He scores goals. He's got the pace. He lays off the pass, and he can hold up play. I love that player, even though there's some Liverpool fans who say that it's all about Salah and all of that. Let's talk about the coaches here. Roland, now look. Klopp has bottled a lot of finals in his history.
True.
He's able to lead by 3-0, 1 goal, 2-0, and he bottles it with some very bad decisions he takes during the game. On the other hand, Zidane has been very excellent when it comes to substitutions. His substitutions are always on point. Now, like, I agree with you. I don't know whether he's doing it with luck, with magic, whether he studied the game so well, but it's difficult. I feel that we are not giving Zidane the due respect. We're not really hailing him at there. And I say this because when I ask my friends, do you think Zidane is a fantastic coach? I say, oh no, he can only do what he's doing in Real Madrid. Then I ask them the next question, can he take on the Tottenham's team? They say, oh no, we are not sure about that. So I understand the feeling towards that. But look, he's been excellent. He's had the job on, and his substitutions are great. So with the two managers, I hope that Klopp has learned a lot from the previous finals that he lost. He was not supposed to be losing against Sevilla in the Europa League final. He was not supposed to be losing against Bayern Munich when they seemed to be in control in the Champions League in 2013. So these are crucial things for Klopp. And Klopp will need to think about it. He's got a fantastic team, not as much as experience that the Borussia Dortmund team he had, but he would have to be very, very careful. Zidane has got a lot of arsenal when it comes to the substitution of players. I don't know what formation sometimes Madrid are playing. You can't tell, but he brings on a player, and the player scores a goal.
That's a lucky coach. Anyway, but I want us to talk about Firmino. Is it Firmino?
Yeah, Firmino. Yeah, Roberto Firmino.
And then because I think his football is more a combination of the typical South American Brazilian play and then
style,
European style play, because he's the unsung hero. But they are best that he makes that will give you the typical fluidity of the typical Brazilian. So in his maturity, what has he learned from his days in Germany, growing up as a player, and then his own adoption of the Brazilian trait as a player?
I think one thing about Firmino is he's been able to understand he's able to understand his importance in any team he finds himself in. I think the role he's playing here is a laid-back role, but it's a deadly role that he's playing in that team. I tell you, if you're able to shut out Firmino, you have disturbed the Liverpool attack by a mile. You have done that. He's an excellent player. And sometimes you wonder why in the Brazilian national team he's not necessarily, looked up to. He's not the one that they want to put up there, because Brazil plays slightly differently. But in these three, the trial that they're dealing with Liverpool, he's so important, because he's feeding out down there in the middle. And you see, it drifts. Anytime you check the after stats, or you check out his heat map, his activity in and around the 18-yard box is just a bit, if you know Gabriel Jesus, just like Gabriel Jesus. But his is with more purpose, and he's very technical. So the kind of passes he's laying are very, very calculated. The 1-2s, the little triangles to shift, the quick running into the 18-yard box, and he's doing dangerous in the 6-yard box as well. So for me, I think he's a player who has learned so much. And he happens to be at Liverpool, where Mohamed Salah is the star man, Sadio Mane is another star man, and so we don't often get to talk about Firmino, but he's a great player. Maybe we'll see, I'm sure that in the coming years, we're probably going to see more when he's giving him more of a central role. But I know in that there are big questions about that when he's asked to play up front alone. That could be another thing. But for now, he's playing his role perfectly as the chief in distraction, for Jurgen Klopp, and he's doing it with excellence. If you're not careful, you will forget about Firmino and concentrate on Salah and Sadio Mane, and he will find the chances. When he finds the chances, he can score too. So he's too dangerous.
Well, we're opening the phone lines now. You're still on stream, George. 0302211691 or 2. Again, 0302211691 or 2. Call us anywhere you're watching us this morning. Let us know what you think about that match. Liverpool, they're going to face the holders of the UEFA Champions League, Real Madrid, tomorrow. It's taking place in the city of Kiev. George Addo Jr., we've sent there. George, the bag behind you, did you send Gary to the place? There's a bag behind you. That bag keeps worrying me when I'm watching you. Is it Gary? Do you send Gary to Kiev? but let's come to the studio. It cannot just be on season's form, right? Liverpool, I watched the Roma game.
Yeah.
It was excellent. Especially both home and away, and they played so well.
Yeah.
There's something ingenuity about what they're doing.
Yeah, the thing about the Liverpool team is you can't stop them from scoring. So when you're playing against them, you're always worried. You can't attack them 100%. Because Salah might score, Firmino might score, Mane might score at any time. So it destabilizes opponents sometimes.
Right. Is that your own perception too, based on what you have observed so far this season for Liverpool?
This season for Liverpool, Roland, for me, I keep saying is that season when everything just seems to be working, especially
into place
in Champions League. I don't know what Klopp might have told them when they started the season that maybe they just want to do it again, and they concentrated so well on Champions League that you barely can say they faltered in any game. And so it is one of those seasons that they might just want to take it and crown it for all their success and all their stress that they've been through in this competition.
Okay, we have 2 callers from WA. We'll take them quickly, and then we'll come back to the studio or go to George. Hack Freeman, you're calling us from WA. Good morning to you, Hack. Your predictions or your own comment about the match that will be taking place in Kiev tomorrow.
Good morning, Roland. I just want to say
hello, Freeman.
Yes, sir. I just want to say it's a done deal for Liverpool. It's going to be a 3-1 victory for Liverpool.
What makes you think so? Well, we have Bassett Jr. from Bassett Jr., good morning. Bassett Jr.
Yes, please.
Please go ahead.
I heard you talking about the inexperience of Zinedine Zidane, and it's surprising to hear that from you. Like, for example, what more experience can you count on than the experience of being in 3 Champions League finals within 4 years? Don't forget that Zidane was also the assistant of Carlo Ancelotti. The guy has always been in it, he has done it, he has always been there, and he has prepared himself very well. Remember, he was also a director under Jose Mourinho. And the guy has been there, he has kept his seat well. I think it's going to be Los Blancos all the way. Because you can remember people like Sergio Ramos who always come to the fore when it counts most. These are experienced guys. Look at Marcelo Asensio. The guy comes in as a young player. He does everything. When things are not working, the guy can just shoot from anywhere. One thing I've realized about Marcelo Asensio is that anytime he gets to hold the ball, the first thing he does is he looks up to the goalkeeper where you are. If you are not positioned well, the guy is already scoring. So I think it's going to be Los Blancos all the way, because Liverpool have done very well for now. But I think for now it's just going to be Real Madrid continuously.
All right, thank you very much, Bassett, calling us from Waba. From the border town of Elubo, we have Michael Alovia. Good morning to you, Alovia.
Good morning, Roland. How are you?
No, I'm great. You seem to be up the tempo for that match tomorrow.
Yes.
Which of the teams are you supporting?
I am coming from this point. You see, your panels are talking. Hello?
I'm listening. Please go ahead.
Your panels are talking, but they are not also considering the finishing of Liverpool. When you watch their match against Roma, they both legged. At the point of finishing, Liverpool considers some goals, which is not good. You understand? And again, you look at Madrid, the coach of Madrid and the coach of Liverpool. If Madrid does not win this game, then Zidane's job is on the line. You understand? So there's a little bit pressure on Zidane to win this trophy. But with Liverpool, if the coach does not win this match, I don't think there's any pressure on him. And again, with Ronaldo, he needs this game to defend his world best player title. If he loses this game, I don't think he'll get the world best.
Interesting analysis there for Michael. But you are our last caller, and that way for all the calls. But George, are you still there?
Yes, I'm here.
Well, there's a last caller. Michael came in with some interesting analysis of permutations in there.
Yeah.
As you wrap up for us, is it that, Klopp has that assurance for management of Liverpool, from the shareholders of Liverpool, from the supporters, because he's done extremely well, and so perhaps the ambition to win is not as great if you compare that to Zinedine Zidane, who is heading the bench of Real Madrid, because if he loses, it means that his job is on the line. And Ronaldo is getting old, but he's still the marksman for Real Madrid, but still wants to defend his best player role, so to speak.
Well, he's probably right in that. Let me just put it out here. Look, for Jurgen Klopp, this is it. If he doesn't win, already it's a good season for Liverpool. I mean, the fact that they're back in the Champions League again is one great thing, and then the final of the Champions League. But in the Liverpool setup, Mohamed Salah will be thinking that if I've made it to the final, then I think I can do it, because this club has a history to do it. Jurgen Klopp will say, I have been to finals, and often coaches like Jurgen Klopp to this point, Alvin Graft, Hector Coupe, are coaches who are noted to bottle it in finals. So Klopp needs this game badly to make a statement that I am the man for my finals and I'm the man for winning trophies. That will be another thing. The crop of Liverpool players are going into this game without any pressure. They are going there to play the best, knowing that even if we lose, this is it. I agree, on the other hand, Zidane, if he doesn't win this trophy, Madrid would have gone trophyless. That's an interesting one. I'm not too sure how the board will go about it, but I'm not also sure that he's going to lose his job. For Ronaldo, it's a perfect case here again. We do not know if they're going to make it against the Champions League. They say, what? If we've made it here 4 times, let's just win it. And whatever happens next season happens, because they've got experience to do this. So if you ask me, who needs this badly, Ro, at this point, is difficult for me to point out, because I think inside Klopp, if you listen to his post, his pre-match interviews, he's saying that, look, I have to win this. But in his heart, I need to prove to the world I can win some trophy someday. And Zidane says, I must win this. With Ronaldo, we must make this happen. So it's a very crazy game. We will see the training sessions later tonight here in Kiev at the Olympijski Stadium. Each team will have close to 1 hour, 15 minutes of press conference, and then you go in 45 minutes of warm-up. And tomorrow we'll see what happens between the two teams.
Thank you very much, George Adojina. I love your hotel room, though. Very nice. Looks like one of the hotels in Takoradi.
Yeah, that's the point. I like that. They're taking care of me, are you sure?
George Addo Jr., thank you very much. And he'll be joining us, giving us more previews and also updates from Kiev, the Ukrainian capital. It's hosting the final of the UEFA Champions League tomorrow evening. I mean, we're all taking some good bottles of beer. I'm going for water. I'm a water man. No alcohol for me. For those of you drinking Shoka too, that's your choice. Freedom of association in Ghana. But Nana Kwame, your predictions?
I am an EPL guy, so Liverpool definitely.
Yeah, and Abigail.
I want to join in for Liverpool and see how they can nick it. I want to see.
You think they can nick it?
I believe so, because I don't think club will get to this point. No manager actually will get to a Champions League final and will not want to win it, whether you are going to be sacked or no. Definitely, when you get here with all this effort, I appreciate Liverpool so much this season in Champions League. I think that, like George rightly said, Real Madrid has not given us that luxury of good games in this season, and so they might just have that experience. But it is that time for Liverpool, and I think that they fought so hard to get here. This will just lift it.
Oh, this is Africa. We pray to the gods. even though we serve Christ. But your predictions?
I'm going to say Liverpool. I mean, listening to Nana Kwame, Abigail, I'm going to say Liverpool.
Well, it's the AU edition of the AM show as always. We're taking a break. When we return, we'll speak to friends of mental health who are seeking support for all psychiatric facilities across Ghana. And we hope that you stick and stay. And again, we have to tell you, Kim Promise, he's out with the latest CCTV featuring Mugiz as well as Sarkodie. It's on YouTube. It's trending currently. Went off when Nyantechi made incursion into the viewership of YouTube. But he's back, #1 trending song, CCTV. But you'll also be here with the great man himself, the veteran, Freddie Mayway. And we're having a great time here in the studio. Taking a break. We'll be right back.